Hi everyone, it's Ryan McCrary here, owner of McCrary Financial Solutions, also owner of our O-U-R, blackapparel.com. And the financial tip of the week is diversification. Now, before I go into that, let me just give a little disclaimer. Number one, I don't give financial advice. I don't tell you what stocks to pick. I don't even tell you to pick stocks. I just give suggestions. Don't have the SEC or FINRA at my door talking about, oh, Ryan McCurry told me to invest in this. He told me I should buy this. He told me, stock market works like this. Listen, I just tell people basically what I do, and I give suggestions based on what I've experienced in the industry. So the number one way, one of the fundamental ways to build wealth is buying stocks. If you don't want to buy stocks, then you must not want to build wealth that bad. So the financial tip of the week is diversification. Now, what does that mean? I'm gonna break that down in two ways. The first way, when it comes to investing, you want to be well diversified and invested in multiple different investments. So you want to have a 529 plan, like I talked about that a couple weeks ago. You want to have a 529 college savings plan for your kids. You want to have your retirement straight. So if you have a job, you want to be in your 401k. You want to have an IRA. You want to have a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. You want to have an ESA. That's an education savings account. You might want to have that. You might want to have an UTMA or UGMA. Those are custodial accounts. So you have money specifically set aside for your kids. You might want to have an individual taxable account. So just buy little stocks or mutual funds or ETFs, exchange traded funds, or if you're married, you might want to have a joint account. There are multiple different accounts that you can have when it comes to investing. Individual account, joint accounts, retirement accounts, multiple different types of IRAs, a 401k, college accounts. You can have a trust account, go to a lawyer, set up a legal trust, and have a trust account and buy stocks that way or buy mutual funds that way. So you want to be well diversified. You want to have multiple different investment options. Now, the other part of diversification is if you do have, if you are invested in a stock, there are different type of stocks you can invest in. So there are small cap, mid cap, large cap stocks. This part might go over some people's heads if you're not in the financial industry, or you never worked in the financial industry, or you never, you don't know nothing about investment and stock market stuff. This may go over your head. If you want to learn, just read it. People will call me and say, oh, I want to invest in this. I want to learn about this. Read it. It's online. Google is free. People go to college to get a degree, but if you want to really be educated, education is free. Go to google.com on your iPhone and read the shit. So, if you're saying, oh, I want to invest in this, I want to invest in Nike, I want to invest in Walmart, go do it. Go to Vanguard.com or TDAmeritrade.com or eTrade.com or ScottTrade.com, open an account and buy the fucking stock. It's not that hard. People saying, I want to do this, I want to do that, just buy it. That shit is easy. $40, $50, you can buy a fucking share of stock instead of buying some Nikes or some other dumb shit. Buy that shit. So with diversification in different stocks, so a small cap stock is a small size company. So when you're buying stocks, you're buying equity, you're buying ownership in a company. So a small cap stock is a small size company, companies that aren't that really established yet. So those are more risky because that company is not established. So you may be invested in a company that's not established and doesn't have a set business model. So in 5, 10 years, they might not be here. Then there's mid-cap stocks. Those are middle-sized companies. So, maybe not like a Walmart or a Target or a McDonald's. It may be a mid-sized company, a middle-sized company. I don't know any specifically offhand that I could refer that would be considered like a mid-sized company, but there's mid-cap stocks. People that work in finance, they know about mid-cap stocks. And then there's large-cap stocks. Those are large companies. Walmart, Target, McDonald's, those are large companies, so those would be considered large cap stocks. Those will be less risky because those are well-established companies. And then there's value stocks. Those are stocks that are seen to be undervalued with the market. So the market may price it one way, but they're seen as bad. I got a call. My brother called me, I'll call him back. Those are undervalued company. If you have a value stock, they're usually undervalued in the market. And then there's growth stocks. When you invest in a growth stock, when dividends come maybe quarterly or monthly, you're probably not going to get a lot of dividends because when that company makes money, they're going to put the money back into the company. They're not going to give the money to the shareholders. They're going to put the money back into the company because they're focused on growth and growing the company. So That's a financial tip of the week. Diversification, be well diversified. Pick multiple different investments, individual, joint, trust accounts, 529 accounts, IRAs, Roth IRAs, SEP IRAs, simple IRA, traditional IRA. Get your 401k if you work at a job. If you work for somebody else, get your 401k. And when it comes to stocks, be well diversified when you pick stocks. Don't go every week or every month and pick the same stocks. Pick different type of stocks so you can be well diversified, and that's how you build wealth. Any other questions, go to my website, McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Go to OurBlackApparel.com to get a sweatshirt or a t-shirt. Got more t-shirts and hoodies coming soon. Everybody that did grab them so far, I love y'all. I love all y'all support, and I got more coming. More people still waiting. I got y'all. Don't worry. Got more coming. Again, Ryan McCrary, McCrary Financial Solutions, Our Black Apparel. Spread the word. Build wealth. Don't just turn up all the time. Build wealth.